Hey everybody. So I had read this article I wanted to share with you. It was in the June 18th weekend edition of the Wall Street Journal. This article titled "Health Code Designed to Curb COVID is Used to Derail Chinese Protesters." And it's by Wenxin Fan. That's Wenxin Fan, Fan. That's the author of the article. But first, to explain, you see the two smartphones with the red and the green code. So during COVID, the Chinese authorities embedded smartphone apps with these health codes and on people's smartphones, and it tracks COVID test results, and it also tracks people's movements. Now if the code is green, that means you're good to go. You can do whatever you need to do. But if it turns red, you can't access anything. You can't shop, you can't go on public transportation, buses, trains, planes. You basically can't do anything, because to do anything you have to have this. And then on top of that, this enables the authorities to take you to a quarantine facility. So they have complete control over the people with those apps. Now the problem is, like in this article mentions, that now they're using it for uses beyond COVID. Like this gentleman Yi Mijian, that's Mijian, that's Yi Mijian. He said back in May, in the city of Zhengzhou, it's a central city called Zhengzhou. There's 4 banks that were apparently freezing the deposits of depositors, of the bank customers, and in response to having their money frozen, people went and protested. Well, when they were there protesting at the banks, the authorities came and took them away and put them in a special quarantine hotel. That was back in May, and now this time around, like Yi Jimin, what's his name, Yi Mijian, he said he took the train to Zhengzhou to attend another protest. But when you take a train, you have to show your health code to get on, and then you also have to scan it to get out of the train station. So as he was scanning it, when he scanned it to get out of the train station, it flipped to red all of a sudden. So he couldn't get out of the train station, and not only could he not get out of the train station, but the authorities came and took him to a quarantine hotel. And he was stuck there for 2 days, and then after 2 days he was sent back to go home, and all of a sudden his code turned green so he could go home. So it was flipped red just for the purpose of preventing him from protesting. And but this happened to dozens and dozens of other protesters too. They couldn't even get to the protest. So see, previously, like we saw in Hong Kong, you had all the riot police out there, and it was a huge mess. But now they don't even have to do that. They can just flip the switches on people's health codes on their phones and freeze them in place. They won't be able to go anywhere. So this is now being used to control, this health code is now being used to control the Chinese citizens. And that's, I think, a little concerning. And then, but yeah, so let me know what you all think. I think it's pretty concerning, but you know, this health code was implanted on people's phones all over China to control COVID, but now it's controlling them and their movements. And just think of that, like here in the US, if we had this and there was going to be a protest, they could just flip our code to red and we wouldn't be able to go anywhere. So, and plus they could, that would give them the authority to take us to a quarantine facility. So anyways, let me know what you all think about that. pretty disturbing, I think.